They'll be calling you a radical. I have very, very sad, horrible, horrible news. The greatest living human rights activist in the world passed today. I was in my car, and I just stopped, checked. Pravad, the nuclear great activist in Vienna. This is Kevin, our beautiful friend. Freda Meissner-Blau has passed. I just got the call from her grandson. I was so lucky to be at her house in Vienna this summer on the 200th anniversary of Waterloo. Wow. She had a mind like a 30-year-old. And I'll get into detail about her life. I'll do a video by the pond tomorrow. I'll dedicate my radio show Thursday to her. The greatest human rights, it's unarguable. Her last words to me as I sat at her kitchen table, that beautiful, wow, Kevin, you and I, neither one of us picked this path. Your story with your father, your journey with your cancer, your whole path, it was chiseled in stone before you were born, just like you say, so was mine. She was born in the same town as Hitler. She was a little girl, her doctor father, she stood up to him. She was run out, snaked out, almost was killed. Hid in London, well, in England, nearly starved to death. Young woman, one of these young, amazing, beautiful, intense, wow, women. She goes to work in Paris for the nuclear industry. She says, it didn't take me long. I started to see because she was young, she was beautiful, she was articulate, she was connected, she was that person that everybody wanted them working for. They underestimated her integrity. She started to see things come across. She's like, oh, they're lying. They're lying. She got older. They wanted to bring nuclear into Austria. One person stopped them. The reactor that's there, you go in, there's a bar in there, they shoot movies in there, it's never been fueled. 2 weeks before it was fueled, one person stopped it. One person. The greatest anti-nuclear activist that ever lived, bar none. Freda Meissner-Blau. Wow. She says, Kevin, your intensity, your fight. She had a heart transplant 25 years ago. As I said, I want to go to Vienna. Holy Moses, the 500th anniversary, who I look up so much to, Michelangelo. 88. Freda was 88. He was 88. Holy Moses. Wow. One thing that I think nobody knows this. She was born on 3/11. Yeah. She said she used to walk door to door and just tell people by herself, and she'd organize with people, go to farmers, hey, would you continue to farm if you had no answer for the manure and the waste? And she did it. She organized. She single-handedly. She ran for president. This hat. I'll tell you a story about this hat quickly. I went into, that day I'd been at Freda's on Waterloo. That day I go into an antique store, buy the hat from a young woman. Start talking, what are you doing here in Austria? I told her I'm anti-nuclear at the IAA Vienna. I just been at Freda. She says, you know Freda Meissner-Blau? Yeah, I just left her house. Wow. She says she came to our elementary school when we was little girls. Austria, yeah, that's right. They go into the elementary school. The average person I met over there speaks not 2, 3 languages, 4 or 5. I never seen, they recycle, it's clean, they recycle everything. I never seen such socially, everybody anti-nuclear, everything. She says, her grandma, she says, so she reached out and she says, here, Freda, that's a boar's tail pin. If you're going to buy that hat, you got to have that pin. Here, a gift from me. Any nuclear activist that's a friend of Freda Meissner-Blau or is a friend of Austria's. She's the smartest person I think I ever talked to. All the greats that I've got to meet, whatever, that day, I cannot thank Pravad, who I stayed with in Vienna. I stayed in a house where they were actually drug out and gassed in an old apartment in Vienna. I'll do a whole thing dedicated to her tomorrow. Oh, wow. I was going to stop this video at 3:11, but maybe at 88, huh? Her mind was so sharp sitting in her house. I sat for hours and just listened to her. She told me, don't you dare back off, Kevin. I didn't pick this, neither did you. This is our past. Your story's that, don't you dare, you have everything. And don't you change your style. Your intensity, your fight, your knowledge. You have to have the path. Like her. Wow. That's That's a day I'll never forget. And thank you to Pravad for allowing me. Thank you to everybody in Austria. You know, I will never forget her. Talk about a person who made a difference. Well, we can only hope to be 1/10. We can only hope, and I'll organize and I'll put together, you know, something. Hopefully Pravad can handle it. And all us, the anti-nuclear community, we need to make sure that our condolences are sent, and I'll find out how and what she would want us to do. And you know, I'll stay on this. Very sad day. 88. New Year's Day, first day of winter. That's Snow Basin. The Olympics, she knew about that place. She says, oh, that mountain's like ours, Kitzbühel. Just like it, the Austrians. That's the steepest, longest downhill in the world. I think she'd be glad that I did this video on the snow. I just pulled over so I could hurry and upload this. Very sad. Stand tuned.